So the umpire just making sure, the umpires making sure the ground is clear. Everything appears to be pretty much in order. As we've suggested, we always believe the third quarter, the premiership quarter in any game, and it's about to get underway as the umpire holds the ball aloft to signify to the timekeepers. The siren sounds, the ball goes up. Dorber, the only one to go for the tap down, goes to Gardner, over to Harriet. Harriet, handball to nowhere, comes back to Denneman. He's overrun there by Broom. Poor effort from the coach there as the Broom now straight into the full forward area. Good defensive work by Thomson. The ball comes into the arms of Gage, tips it out wide. He finds Dowie. Dowie now kicks it back into the corridor. Terrible looking kick to from Dowie. At ground level, Grigg went without the footy. They get away with it, Thomson, because a handball from Urcoli to Gurkovic. Gurkovic now to Harriet, needs to take the mark to make up for the handball which started the quarter, and he does just that, almost in front of our broadcast position. Centre wing for the Thomson side, kicking probably against a reasonable breeze now. Has blown up, goes back into the corridor. The lead came from Coley. He put Lewis off in that contest. The balls come out to that was Henry. Henry up high towards half forward. Not a good kick. The good hip and shoulder bump there from McLeod. Then a good tackle. He's got seems to be one out. I don't know where his mates are. There's dropping the ball surely. Umpire says play on. Ball picked up, kicked forward for Thomson. They gain 35 metres. It's out of bounds over the boundary line. Inside where the 50-metre arc meets the boundary line, we'll have a ball in. Half forward flank for Thomson. I reckon first goal in this quarter, all important in this game. Thomson heading forward at the present moment. A minute and a half gone in the quarter. Forbes doing the ruck work. Down to his opponent in Giles. He's immediately tackled. Great tackle, Brent Hood. And Ping for holding the ball. And what sort of day is Brent Hood having? He's already kicked 4. Now kicks it. Well, he's not allowed to kick it because the umpire had blown time off, obviously. And
pressure's on the fence now. Smithy of Bannockburn is going to be hot in there.
So the ball comes back now to Brent Hood. The man on the mark's just on the 50-metre arc. So my suggestion is he's not going to get the distance, but if he surely puts it up at the head of the goal square, that's where it needs to go. There's the chip pass to Forbes. Good defensive work, Burley. At the drop of the footy, it's all Bannockburn. They do well. Burley picks it up now. Well, they've done better than that. The Thomson forwards have actually kept the ball in there, as the boundary umpire signified that Burley was over the boundary line before he got his kick away. Now we'll have a throw in once again. 2.5 minutes gone in this third quarter.
Ball thrown back into play. No ruck contest there, but Clark wins the possession. Goes by hand back to Watts. Now to Burley. Giles now has the ball in his hand. Tackled by 2 Thomson players. The umpire says we'll give it to me and we'll ball it up because we're not going to go too far here.
This is probably suiting Thomson at the moment. They're using up a bit of time and they're still in their 50.
So ball in the air. Grigg and Dorber. A little bit of not-all effect there. Harriet runs onto the ball. He doesn't pick the ball up, but the ball has gone over the boundary line. Similar spot to where we called it some 20 or 30 seconds ago. So we haven't travelled too far. Still an attack with Thomson. Ruck, Dorber and Grigg. Umpire throws the ball back into play. Over the top, Lewis again. Ball's knocked towards Jerkovic. Gardner 3. They could raffle it there. Jerkovic ends up with the ball. Goes back by hand to Bradley. He goes on the left foot looking for McLeod in the middle of Campbell, but not quite marked there by McLeod. The ball comes down to Gibbs. Knocked forward now. Van Ingen runs onto the ball. Stenny's on his left foot. Goes towards centre wing. Good looking kick. Goes over the top of Wishart. And Denneman picks the ball up. Tackled by O'Shannessy. Spins around. Wishart now claims the ball. Goes back to Lewis. He tries to avoid the tackle. Gets a little kick. Probably could have been pinged for dropping the ball. But Lewis now gets out of trouble and goes towards centre half back. Or centre half forward for the Thomson side, and Aaron Broom has got the ball. Has Watts running, puts the ball out in front, sees him there. A good kick, good judgment now. Watts takes on Dowie, the chaser. Has one bounce, crosses over 50. This is where his trouble is. He goes, runs too fast and can't kick the distance. He's got the distance this time, but not the accuracy. And a point goes on the board to Brad Watts. And Bannockburn moved to 4 goals 8. They trailed Thomson 7 goals 8. So a 3-goal margin here.
He was certainly pumping those little pistons out there. Those legs were certainly moving, but he couldn't get balance. You've got to get balance to kick goals.
So the ball kicked in quickly by Armstrong. Has found Madden. Nearly his first touch for the day, I reckon.
Yeah, pretty close.
So Madden now, not too sure where to go. Playing across half back. taking a long time to think about it, taking far too much time. The kick now goes looking for and finding Henry.
His teammate.
Henry was out there for a long time and he couldn't see him, but takes the mark. Now, long kick from him towards centre wing. In front, Harriet. Umpire, well, he's allowed that. Goodness me. Fair dinkum, 2 arms in the middle of the back and no free kick. I saw it paid for the first time this year, last night in the TV game. There's a similar one. Was it paid? No, it wasn't. Handball comes out to Bradley. He has the kick and now he's got to chase because there's nobody out there at all. O'Shannessy does well. Just chipped it up there for Woods. Woods for Bannockburn. Towards far. Takes the mark just outside 50. Right on the boundary line. Kicking to the northern end. There's the lead. Comes from Harding. Unfortunately, it's punched away by Armstrong. Good defensive work there. 5.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Only a behind scored for the quarter so far. Bannockburn have got that. 4-8-32. They trail Thomson 7-8-50.
Ball thrown back into play this time. We've got Greg. We've got Farr in the contest. Takes the ball out of the pack. Goes by hand, but it's deemed a throw. And the resulting free kick there will go to Russell Grigg. So Grigg deep in the back pocket. Looks to come across, filling a goal, called to play on. Not quite ball smothered there, but it comes back to the centre half-back position. Renau Watts, an opportunity to pick the ball up. Knocks the ball forward to his advantage. They've got 3 Bannockburn players there to support. This time it's Perkins is the one that picks the ball up. Knocks the ball out in front of himself. Good enough to go and get it. Then drives the ball to the centre half, well, to the full forward position. But Russell Grigg, too big at the that situation and takes the mark. Comes wide now. Has Urquhart pushing down the ground. He takes the mark just outside the half-back line for the Thomson side. So Josh Urquhart looks down the ground further. Options there will be Harriet in front. Lewis. Harriet that knocks the shoulders away, but picked up front and square there by Holland. Good work. Goes forward quickly. Finds Maharis. He doesn't pick the ball up. Now he does. Is tackled, but good enough to get the handball out to Jerkovic. Ball stolen by Gibbs. Goes over the top to Broom. Broom now out in the clear. Goes towards centre half forward. Farr will be a target. He's going back with the flight of the ball, and Nick Farr takes a good strong mark. Probably a bit more direct play there from Bannockburn's side, and that's what they need to do. They've got Nick Farr at centre half forward. I think they're going to try and isolate Harding at full forward. But Nick Farr from about 50 metres out. Directly in front. Distance won't be a problem here, I wouldn't think. Obviously, the accuracy will be the concern. So Nick Farr, opportunity here for Bannockburn. Comes in. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. The umpire says that's pretty good. So Nick Farr opens up the account for his afternoon. Hits his first goal for this afternoon. He moves Bannockburn along now to 5 goals 8. They lead, or they trail Thomson, I should say, 7 goals 8, 50. And we've travelled 7.5 minutes, third quarter. Raiders bingo scoreboard.
Yeah, well, he's certainly the target for Bannockburn. Smithy, if they can get in there and he can play centre half forward and catch a few catches like that. He's already had 13 kicks, so he's doing his little bit out there, and he's been forced too wide for most of the day. But if he can stay in that hot spot, he's going to cause a lot of trouble. That was a lovely kick, lovely goal.
So back in the middle, the wind certainly carried it a fair way, Laurie.
Yeah, it certainly did.
The other factor. So the wind is now becoming a factor in this game. So it's important for Bannockburn they can get some goals, be back into the three-quarter time. As the ball goes up in the middle, Dorber, clear tap down, good tackle in the middle of the ground there as the ball comes out, picked up by Gurkovic. Oh, he's pinged for holding the ball. What chance did he have there? The only player that wanted the ball, given no consideration. So Broom now takes the free kick, kicks it towards half forward. Far, out by hand to O'Shannessy, ball at the full forward. Woods tackled immediately. Great tackle there. That was Wishart. He was tackled. O'Shannessy, he's tackled. Gee, there's some fantastic tackling in defence by the Thomson side. But the only reason they're tackling, Laurie, is because they haven't got the footy. Bannockburn have.
It's hot in there too, Eric, and you've got to tackle when it's hot.
So almost 9 minutes gone. 20 metres out from the Bannockburn goal. Up high was Gage on that occasion. Big punch came across to... that was Henry. He goes across the ground. Harriet waiting for the ball to bounce. Riley does well. He reads it. Eludes a tackle. Terrible kick straight into the man coming towards him. Then follows through. Riley now needs to recover. He gets some support from Urquhart. The ball back, and this is where Thomson are breaking down in this quarter. Cross half forward. They can't get the ball past that half forward line at all as Gibbs. Riley runs at him. Justin. He gets the footy out. Urquhart. Oh, they're away here. Urquhart gets it to Maharis. Has a bounce. He's running into the open goal. He's going to have to kick it now. He does, and misses to the right-hand side. So, good shepherd there. McLeod again, doing some good work off the ball, but that's a behind to Maharis, behind to Thomson. That's their first for the score for the quarter. 7-9-51. They lead Bannockburn 5-8-38. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard. Almost 10 minutes gone.
So Broom to bring the ball in, goes towards the far side, and Dorber's made great ground, takes the mark outside 50 in front of Grigg, goes short, not a good looking kick, finds Gibbs only just, good tackle from behind by Gardner, ball freed up now, has a Coley, he's tackled, comes to Lewis, he spins and gets tackled again, Gardner spins, he gets tackled. There's some great pressures both into the ground here today, and the Bannockburn side tie the ball up just outside the true centre forward position for the Thomson side. So Gardner's working hard, Grigg in the ruck, Lewis comes in to compete with him in the air. Comes down to Van Ingen. Now Booley has the ball. Goes out by hand. This time it looks like Grigg will run to it, but Jerkovic is there to assist. Goes on his left side. Has Maharis walking towards the boundary line, but it doesn't bounce. So not a favourable bounce for him. And Gibbs picks the ball up and goes back towards centre wing, and the ball is taken just short of centre wing by Harding. Harding goes round the boundary line, looking for Woods. Spoil from behind. Comes down from Gage. Goes now to... I think it's Grigg over the top of the ball, pressured by Wishart. Broom picks the ball up. A quick kick towards centre half forward, putting the pressure back on for is Nick Farr. Farr now picks up the ball, has support from Clark first off, and Woods outside him, but he goes short, looking for Shaw. Madden over the top. Good work from Madden. Now Shaw works his way to the contest. Puts Watts in the best position. The ball's gone to Watts on his left side. Swings the ball back towards the goal square. Contest in the square. And Nicholas Madden.
Was Campbell. Can't take the mark. And it's over the boundary line for a throw-in. 6 points the difference. 14 minutes gone. And it's all important third quarter. Quite a strong breeze here now as the ball about to be thrown in deep in the forward pocket for Bannockburn. Kicking to the northern end in this third quarter. The ball about to come in now, which it does. Big pack of players down there. Comes to ground. Bannockburn at ground level. Gage paddles it along the ground. Picked up by Perkins again. He's hooked it around the body. This time he's missed absolutely everything. Out of bounds on the full. So 14 minutes gone. 7 goals, 9 plays. 6 goals, 9. Thomson 1 goal in front as the ball about to come in from that free kick.
Armstrong takes the resulting free kick. Goes short over the top and finds Henry in between the forward pocket or the back pocket and the half-back flank. Mark Henry it is with the ball. Comes out longer now, heading towards the centre wing. Ball's looking there, and I think it's Gage in front, but he can't take the mark. But over the shoulder, and a free kick there from Nick Farr goes to that player in Gage. So Gage from Thomson. Just sort of in between the half-back and centre half-back position here. Has the ball. Not a good-looking kick. It goes smothered by the man on the mark. Picked up by Perkins. Goes to Woods. Tries to get around Gage. Oh, good tackle. But Perkins in support. Goes bare by hand. And Shaw on a lead in front of Armstrong has taken a mark 25, 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. So Clint Shaw had a good weekend last week. I don't think he's kicked the goal yet today. Yes, he has. He's got one. That's right. In the first quarter, second quarter.
This will bring the crowd to life. This one's
This will even things up if he's an accurate kick here, Laurie. So Clint Shaw comes in. Shot on goal. Umpire hasn't moved. And that's a great kick at goal by Clint Shaw. And that now levels the score. Bannockburn and Thomson, 7 goals, 9, 51 apiece. And we've gone 15 and a half minutes, third quarter Raiders bingo scoreboard.
So we've got game on, Loz.
Certainly game on, Eric. There's no doubt about that. And, look, a couple of times here, the Thomson boys went for the footy. They got a bad bounce, but you've got to make your own luck out there, unfortunately, and you've got to be hard at the 40 and make it just work for you. But Bannockburn, this is their chance. They had to work back in this third quarter. We said that. They're level. They've got to push forward a little bit further, even more, Eric.
So looks like they've got a player loose in the back half, Bannockburn. But the ball goes up once again. Comes to ground as Gardner now runs to the footy, picks it up, kicks it out wide. Here's McDowell just come onto the ground. If the bounce suits him, he's away. Hooks it back inboard, looking for Grigg. It's a good-looking kick. Grigg can't take the mark. Comes down with it, punches the ball forward. Taken without the footy is Riley. Does well. Gibbs is a terrible kick. It's going to land out on the full. So both sides under a bit of pressure here as it's Highland with the footy. They've probably gained about 15 metres, the Bannockburn defence. There's Highland now. What will he do with it? Kicks it in short, looking for, and almost finds Harriet. He can't take the mark. He's got support there from Maharis, and he just paddles the ball along the boundary line until it's over now. We're inside forward 50. And a bit of a test here for Thomson, Laurie. They need to get a score. I know they're against the Breeze, but this is what quality sides should do.
They need a goal here if they're going to...
So ball thrown in, inside 50. Greg gets the tap down. Hood picks it up, hooked it around the body, able to get a foot to the ball. But in the way there is David Gibbs for Bannockburn. Last line of defence takes the saving chest mark. 17.5 minutes gone, decides to go. Has a bounce, kicks it wide. Out there he's got Campbell. The bounce of the ball doesn't... not kind for him. Hood does well. Hooks it back inboard, looking for, finds Gurkovic in the middle of the ground. He doesn't muck around, plays on quickly. The quick kick into the full forward area. And Burley outclasses Harriet totally on that occasion. And he looks a bit despondent, Harriet. I think he needs to pick himself up because they've got a game on their hands. Thomson has Broom through the middle of the ground. Finds Lewis. Lewis now out wide to Watts. He's coming to it in this third quarter. Can't take the mark, but he follows up. When he picks it up, he's inside 50 now. Hooks it goalwards again. Probably going too fast. But
Shaw
in the forward pocket, he didn't get the distance. Watts and Shaw reaching high has taken the mark adjacent to the behind post. 18.5 minutes gone. And the opportunity for Clinton Shaw here for Bannockburn to give them the lead. Shaw now on the boundary, moves forward, good looking kick. The goal umpire comes back to the middle. He has got any concern about that one. Shaw's kicked his third, and that's excuse me, that's the lead for Bannockburn. 8 goals, 9.57. They lead Thomson 7-9-51. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard, almost 19 minutes gone.
Campbell off, Hinchcliffe on. Campbell's had a pretty quiet sort of a day actually. If I've been doing his stats, he's only had 2 touches, so that's a good move. They're rotating. They can rotate a few players now. They're in front.
So we wait for the ball to come back to the centre of the ground. Clint Shaw with a bit of a purple patch. 2 goals in about 3 or 4 minutes. Just put the Bannockburn side 1 goal up.
Good running from Watts. They're running a bit better in this quarter, Smithy. I know they've got the bruise, but it's not going to do it for you. You have to still do the hard yards.
They're good players around the ball too, which is good with Harding now, Broom. And in the ruck, we have Justin, goes up, but it's beaten by Dorber. Good work by Highland, picks the ball up at ground level, goes back to and finds Gardner by hand, then to Jerkovic, goes towards half forward, spoiled from behind by the Bannockburn player in Hinchcliffe. They've over the top of Hood, goes to Watts. Now we have Harding loose, towards half forward, has Highland in pursuit. A little kick round the corner, can't get the target, and it's pressure now on the Thomson defence. Gage, good steady play, stops, props, goes back short and finds Jerkovic. Inside 50. So Jade Jerkovic to relieve some pressure here for Thomson's side. Jerkovic, Harriet's moving for him towards centre wing. Little short kick comes out, finds Dowie still deep, probably on the half-back line, just outside the 50-metre arc. Dowie heading towards the centre of the ground, looking for Justin. Good strong mark from Justin over the top of his team member in O'Coley. And Justin now on the left foot, goes towards centre half forward. Target could be Grigg in front. Gibbs knocks the ball down. Grigg knocks the ball on his feet there. He wasn't even standing up. But Lewis comes in and picks the ball up. A high tackle. Could have gone either way there. But I think he started well but slid underneath. So it goes forward towards Wood at half forward. But a good strong mark by Gage in front of Woods. So Gage.
He's got to get over the man in the mark though, Gage. He thinks he's playing basketball still, I think.
Now kicks the ball back to where it came before. Lewis comes across. Maheris. Good strong mark. One grab there from Maheris coming up towards the centre of the ground. So it's inside fit in the centre square. Goes towards half forward. Out in the lead is McLeod. And Van Ingen comes through. Spoils the ball. Able to pick up his own ball. Met by Henry. Clark comes into assist. Now goes back. Finds Dave Gibbs. Comes wide. And Stephen Booley in between half back and wing. Kicks the ball around the corner quickly. Now Harding leading up the ground in front of Jerkovic. Takes the mark at true centre wing. So Harding has the ball, has options in the middle of the ground. Goes quickly towards half forward, and Farr coming up the ground presents well. Nick Farr outside the 50 metres goes towards Shaw on another strong lead. Gibbs pushes down the ground, can't take the mark. Good spoil from behind. Clark picks the ball up at the front of the pack, goes towards goal. No one in the square. Which way will it bounce? Heading towards the goal, the point post, but it's rushed over the point line, or boundary line, I should say, by Coley. No, it's Sabali Armstrong, I should say. To about 10 metres around from the point post. And Bannockburn once again in attack.
So 22 minutes gone, third quarter. Thomson need to hang on now in this last 7 or 8 minutes in the quarter. And the ball thrown in the forward pocket. Justin was held in the contest. No free kick given by the umpire. And Clark hooks it around the body for a behind. Another behind to Bannockburn. 8 goals, 10-58. They lead Thomson 7-9-51. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard as Armstrong prepares to bring the ball back in once again. Now whistle to play on, goes wide to the outer side. Is a long kick looking for Justin. Off hands, it came to Lewis, over the top to Perkins, over the top to Broom. He goes back to Perkins. Could have turned the corner and didn't matter because Perkins has kicked his second for the quarter and another important goal for the Bannockburn side. They go further in front, 9 goals, 10-64. They lead Thomson 7-9-51. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 23 minutes gone, and everyone they get ahead now, Laurie, is one Thomson's got to peg back.
Yeah, very important, Eric. As I said, it has freshened up a little bit, but you can't just wait for that. I just think Bannockburn are crumbing a little bit better. There's two, that contest there just prior to that goal, there was 3 Thomson blokes up and no one down. So
well, they're certainly running better.
Yep.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. Clark and Justin go at it. Sorry, it was Brandon Dorber and Justin go at it. Picked up by Highland. It's tackled from behind by Clark. Now the ball comes down. It's won by Thomson, and they go forward with Harriet going towards Panther, who's just come back on the ground. Woods runs the player under the ground in Van Ingen. Hood, dangerous Hood, goes back towards Grigg. Can he take the mark? No, a good spoil from behind by Giles, it is, picked up by Vang and goes to Gibbs. Gibbs over the top, has Burley, needs to hit him. Gardner picks the ball up or intercepts the ball, still holds his feet very well, gets the ball out, but Giles able to clean the ball up, goes to Gibbs. That's Dave, goes over the top, short to Broom. Maharis in pursuit, able to elude that, takes a fair travel there, Aaron Broom, goes towards centre half forward. And Daniel Gage in best position here to pick the ball up, looking for support, goes back towards the back line in Sabali. Armstrong has her Coley wide. A nice looking kick there from Armstrong. Has her Coley, who doesn't change step there. And Joshua Coley has the ball, comes further around the ground. Riley's made position up the ground. A good contest there by Lewis. Now it's come to Watts. Watts has Clark coming down the ground. He fends off with the left hand, gets the feet out. Watts still running. Now takes his time, sets up, goes towards the half forward line. Watts, Wood, no, can't take the mark. Woods. Ball comes to Jerkovic, who's presented and working hard back in defence, and he runs the ball over the boundary line just in front of the scoreboard.
Little things happening there too. Nick Maharis doesn't look real flash walking past, and Forbes replacing him.
So the ball deep in Bannockburn's forward line here. In ruck, Justin and Farr. Won by Justin, comes back to Jerkovic, cleans up nicely around the contest. Comes outside towards the centre wing. Got 2-on-1 situation here. Harriet has to work hard, has Lewis and Burley. Handballs the ball over the boundary line. Good work there from Tommy Harriet. Didn't have many options there or no support. And the ball is over on the true centre wing.
I reckon Tom
gone 25.5 metres gone.
Well, Burley's worn him like a glove in this third quarter. Unlike the first quarter, he was loose all the time.
So into time on third quarter. Tap to the back from Justin. Found Broom of Bannockburn. He kicks the centre half forward. Well, the ball's starting to fall toward Bannockburn. They're making the play. They're running hard. Now it's in the middle. Handball back to Broom. Misses. Highland attacks the footy. Takes it off them. Kicks a low skimming pass to Hood. Hood in front. Attacks the footy. He's done well. The check side kick goes towards full forward. Panther doesn't attack the footy. He does get it, however. Back to Hood. Hood, if he picks it up, he's a chance here. He hooks it around the body. And Brent Hood, it's a one-man band for Thomson up forward. That's his 5th goal. 5 out of 8. Terrific effort, Brent Hood. And he's brought them back a little closer. 8 goals, 9-57 Thomson. 9-10-64 Bannockburn. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 26 and a half minutes gone.
I know he's only a little fella, Eric, and he's got to be at the drop of the footy, but he's certainly got a lot of endurance. He can run a 2 or 3 contests, and if you get the fit of the fumbles, he's going to make you pay for him. He's had a sensational day with 17 kicks at this point in time. That was a handy one for Thomson. They need that.
Yes, so probably not a lot of time, although there's been 6 goals kicked for the quarter. We've probably got 2 or 3 minutes yet. And the ball up in the middle once again. Good tap away for Bannockburn, attacking the footy of Coley. Long handball out to Jerkovic. He gets a handball, but only to, in fact, it was McDowell. He gets the handball only as far as Broome. It's Shaw running at the football, drops it, play on to the umpire, picked up by Farr. He's 30 metres out, hooks it on the left foot towards full forward. There's a one-on-one contest there between Shaw, could have infringed.
Good knock back. Great play. Dave Resinger.
This was Resinger flicked the ball back along the ground into the goal square. All that Matthew Lewis had to do was bend down, pick the footy up and put it on his boot and kick the 10th goal for Bannockburn. 10-10-70. They lead Thomson, 8-9-57. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 27 and a half minutes gone.
Well, they're the little things that turn games so you don't do in the finals. And nothing like the Wayne Harms things years ago, Eric. You got to bust your gut. You get it out there any way you can to someone in a better path, and that's beautiful. And you said before, Eric, some little things are just running Bannockburn's way at the moment, so if they can capitalise on it, they're going to be in for the big show.
So we wait the ball to come back to the middle. Dale, terrific performance this quarter from Bannockburn.
Yeah, no, look, they've sort of got back to where they were a little bit towards last week, and their better players are starting to come to the fore now. Matthew Lewis has had a couple of really nice touches. Damien Clark's had a little bit more of the touch through the centre of the ground, so it's been good for them, and they'll need to continue this through the latter page of this quarter and the last.
And they're going down the corridor in this quarter.
Much different, yes, much easier way home. So we're back in the centre of the ground, picked up by Dorber, and it's gone to Harding, tackled by both Jerkovic and Highland. Now Jerkovic wins possession, picks the ball up off the ground and goes by hand, comes back to Clark. He gets the handball away, releases the ball, finds Broome. He's got time to steady and kick the ball around the corner as Shaughnessy presents up the ground. Oh, couldn't take the mark, but it's a good contest there. And Nathan Denneman now able to relieve the play, goes towards centre forward. Forbes in front. Contest. Good grab by Forbesy. And Forbesy in front. On second grab, picks the ball up, swings now, goes towards Panther in the goal square. One out with Van Ingen. Ball comes to the ground now. Good contest there. Hinchcliffe have it, goes backwards, finds Dave Gibbs. Dave Gibbs goes wider, has Clark out and running by himself, hits the target nicely. Now Clark steadies, looks for someone down the ground, has Perkins wide, just short of centre wing. So Dean Perkins had a bit of an influence too this quarter, kicked a couple of goals, goes up towards half forward. Mark dropped by Gage, Far, picks the ball up, has player running wide, doesn't hit the target the first time. Clark has to go back and pick the ball up. He's good enough to do that. Now goes by hand, finds Far, has a short kick back towards Shaw, leading up the ground. Shaw's presented well, but Jerkovic again working deep into defence, cleans the ball up, runs his full 10, takes one bounce, puts the ball under the arm, now takes a second. This bloke loves to run and carry the ball. Right foot from Jerko, nice looking kick for him too. Goes towards Watson centre wing. Unfortunately now if it comes down to Bull, it is, goes towards Shaw at half forward, commits the Denneman commits to the ball. Shaw running free, not real pressure from behind, has time to steady, has too much time, no he doesn't, kicks the goal, a big fella. Clinton Shaw, his fourth for the afternoon. Bannockburn's 11th goal. They move 11 to 11 goals 10. They lead Thomson.
Siren.
I didn't hear that.
No.
Before or after. So 11 goals 10 to 8 goals 9. Three-quarter time scoreboard has sounded.
So at three-quarter time, the goal kickers for Bannockburn, we've got 4 to Shaw, 2 to Harding, 2 to Perkins, 1 each to Lewis, Farr and Wishart.